What is going on, everybody? My name is Pipknot, and today we're continuing with Dark Souls. So, I've already tried to record this video once, and I realized about halfway through going through the area that I was going through that I was not recording. So, I've actually done not everything, but I did get basically to the end of the area. I'll go back over everything that I did just to show you guys. It was very aggravating to have gone through all that and then looked and saw that I was not recording. So, that is not... So basically, we went down here to this area. I decided to hold off on the depths. I wanted to do this just to get the other serpent to show up since I have not talked to Framped yet. So go all the way down here. I think everything I did was, the most important thing was I showed off this guy, the only chill hollow to ever exist. He's, like, if I was in his position, this is what I'd be doing. Chilling on a cliff. I showed this guy. He is a blacksmith. He's the guy you go to for your magic weapons. He does not sell anything really of value. Went through and slaughtered all the innocent town folk that were praying to their pots. Around this point right here, the crestfallen soldier that sits at the bonfire, he comes down here to get away from Framped because after he shows up, he apparently smells awful. And the guy just doesn't like it, so he came down here either to just to get away from him, and he ended up going hollow while he was down here, or I think he comes down here because he knows Kath is here, or he was gonna find a way to kill him, something like that. We got the transient curse while we're down here. This allows me now to actually hit the ghost, otherwise my attacks would have went right through him. You die. You can die too. Got two more. This entire area was flooded with water. I think I went over in the video. I cannot remember what I've already gone over and what I haven't, because that not recording screwed me up. I think I was going through the story of why everything down here is flooded. It's because... oh, no. Well, they shouldn't be able to hurt me. These are all the inhabitants of this place. When it got flooded, they didn't bother evacuating anybody because Kath had come down here after GWYN had given them a part of his soul to give them power because they had something he wanted, which I think was some form of insight. They were able to see slightly into the future, I think. So GWYN gave him part of his soul. Kath shows up, gives them the ability to life steal, which is basically they could take humanity to keep themselves from going hollow. In exchange for him giving them that, it allowed the abyss to spread through the area. GWYN found out the abyss is a giant no-go for him, so he was like, yeah, flood the city and everyone in it. Do not bother telling anyone. I don't want this getting out. So they flooded it, killed everybody that was in it. These ghosts annoying. And that's kind of why these guys are so angry and attack you while you're going through here. Curses. So, I came through here. You're going to want to go up this ladder. Some of them are still going to be stuck in the walls, and you should be able to poise your way through it. You'll come up here, talk to this guy. He gives you a key. He also sells items that let you break your curse, and he can break curse if you got cursed, which if you do, no matter what your health is at, you instantly die, and you are revived with, I think, only 50% of your health permanently until you break it. So then you'll wrap back around here, go down this way, this door. Down there was a item. I think it was some titanite. Kill this ghost in the wall. Break it down. Keep it back in place. I was also talking about why he wouldn't have just sent Artorias, because Artorias could fight the Abyss. You'll come down here, use the key to unlock this, and you'll push this. This giant door will open, which goes out into the Valley of the Drakes, which wraps around to the back entrance to Blighttown. And it floods all the water out of here. So then you can actually get to the boss of this area. But I was talking about why he didn't send Artorias. And I believe at this point, Artorias was either currently in Izalith, or not Izalith, what is the area called? I cannot for the life of me remember right now. But he would have been off either currently fighting and losing to the Abyss, or they had already gotten word that it got to him. Because the way the story goes is that he successfully defeated the Abyss. What actually happens is your character ends up going through some time warping stuff, which is what gives you access to the DLC. You find Artorias, he's already hollowed. You beat him, and then you beat the Abyss, and somehow along the line of all that, it gets back that Artorias beat the Abyss, but then probably died in the process. The way that they've got it kind of set up is weird. If you backtrack though, go down through here, this is a big shortcut through 90% of the area. That fall will not kill you. And it pretty much wraps around like the boss is on this floor, kind of just around the corner. Around the corner if you go through that room right there. This is a fake wall with a guy behind it. Come and fight me. All he's guarding is a titanite chunk though. It's, I guess, worth it if you need it. If not, breaking this wall, it's kind of just dangerous, because if you fall off that, it's instant death. There was a giant blob guy right through here who I annihilated. I might be in some danger. There's also ghosts in this room along with these guys, so you kind of got to be moving if you don't want them to creep up behind you. Oh no. Oh no. Missed. And now you're dead. But yeah, I cannot remember. I won't remember until we actually go to it, because I do plan on doing the DLC for this. It's not Izalith, it starts with a C, I believe. And it's what the Dark Root, supposedly, it's what the Dark Root Garden and all of that area where you fight Sif and the Moonlight Butterfly, like that's the future. of that area. I will have to take off Havel's ring in order to wear the Covenant of Artorias ring. Now I can actually set foot in the boss room. That, however, is through the floor. My mobility. Instead of walking down this huge staircase, I like to just jump off the edge. And you're in the abyss now. The only reason I can actually walk through here is because I've got that ring on. Even if I take the ring off right now, you'll fall through the floor, and he's gonna immediately grab me. Suck health. I had 1 humanity instead of health. That eliminates some health. She's gonna come in and start dealing some damage. I do very little. And he's gonna pull. And this is the area, the 4 kings, which, if I do not kill this one fast enough, yep, see, now there's 2 of them. Fighting one is bad enough. And honestly, I'm probably not, I don't know that I would actually kill her. She's dumb. Hot bananas. You can kinda just walk around them. Okay, that's another one. So the other one should... There he is, he just spawned. So I might actually make some good time on this and get them all. Guard. I really hope she does not die, because that would not be very good. I'm actually surprised I have enough poise to not get knocked away, because that attack normally knocks you back a pretty good distance. Oh, she's a little under half health. I actually need her alive by the end of this fight. Because I can pick up her armor and I think her weapon. Where is he at? There he is. Now, come on. Don't be like you missed. And he is back. Bonfire spawns, and Kath spawns. I get 4 humanity for that. Light the bonfire. I'll talk to him. Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Greetings, undead warrior. I am the primordial serpent, Darkstalker Kath. I can guide thee and illuminate the truth. The truth I shall share, without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the 3 souls, but your progenitor found a 4th, unique soul, the Dark Soul. Your ancestor claimed the Dark Souls and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord GWYN trembled at the dark, clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord GWYN resisted the course of nature, by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. GWYN has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Framped, lost his sense and befriended Lord GWYN. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord GWYN, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the fourth Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark. Very well. I shall now guide you to GWYN's prison. Be still, and trust thine flesh to me.
I always enjoy being eaten by giant snakes.
This is GWYN's prison. Now, place the Lord vessel upon the altar.
Okay, so yeah, basically, there's Kath, and there's Framped. Kath basically wants you to kill GWYN and then not link the fire, bring in the Age of Dark. Kath wants you to kill GWYN, but then link the fire, keeping the Age of Fire going. It really comes down to whatever you want to do, because I think the official ending to this game is that you link the fire, which keeps the game cycle going, because then in 2, there really is no fire that you link or that you don't link. It comes down to either you sitting on a throne or walking away from the throne. But then in 3, they go back to the fire's been linked so many times by so many different people, and it's fading again, but this time nobody's gonna come and link it, and that's where you come in as a Ashen one, which is someone who had previously tried to link the fire but failed. And Dark Souls 2 is probably the most confusing, has the least to do with either of the other 2 games, and in my opinion is completely skippable as a game. But I actually have not beaten it. I've beaten 1 and I've beaten 3. 2 is the one that I just couldn't. I mean, it is hard. I have not figured out yet how to actually beat it. So there's where Gravelord Nito is. That is Seat the Scaleless's entrance. The Bed of Chaos. And then we had already killed the 4 Kings, so that was the other part of his soul. So we can offer souls to the Lord Vessel. I don't think you can do it until you have all of them. We now technically have 1 part, so there's 3 more people we gotta kill to get the others.
Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to GWYN shall open. Seek Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls. Then the gate will open so that you may kill GWYN. Are you ready? Then let us return to the abyss. Entrust thine flesh to me.
No, I'm not ready. No, I said I wasn't ready! No! Primordial serpent, more like primordial jerkbag.
If you wish, I shall grant the art of life drain, the legendary power of the Dark Lord. It can preserve your humanity while undead, and cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren.
Yeah, so I could enter his covenant and become a dark wraith. It's a PvP covenant.
Well.
I am not doing that because if I'm gonna do what I plan to with this build, I actually have to stay as a servant of chaos. Firelink, that's where I need to go. Because we did unlock that shortcut to the depths that links around to Firelink. I'm not sure how far into the depths I'll actually go. I'll probably get to the first bonfire. And kind of end the video there. Because once I get there, I've got to farm up humanity. Actually, I can take off the stupid ring now. I get my movement back. There we go. I gotta farm up the humanities to offer to rank up in the covenant that I'm in. Is he gonna drop it? No. Don't need all your stuff. Let me see how many actually. That's technically 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got about 19 in total, including the ones in that I've already consumed. I need 30. So I'll probably farm up about 30 down there. It just has such a... I would do it, I guess, on screen, but they have a really low drop rate. Consuming humanity increases the drop rate a little bit, and then wearing a ring I actually do not have. I need the gold serpent ring. That increases your drop rate further. Pretty much it maxes it out. I think you get that in Sin's Fortress. I think. I swore I picked that ring up. Well. I guess I didn't. But this area's, it's longer than I think it should be, but at the same time it has a lot of shortcuts because of that. You can unlock like 2 or 3 different shortcuts through this area. Like one of them's right here. Instead of going down there and fighting that butcher, I can just straight up jump off here, go straight into the bonfire for this area. But I actually want the ember that she is guarding. Die, dog. She did not like that I just killed her dog. And she doesn't know what to do about it. Oh, she is so distraught. Oh, she's destroying tables. Look, I can't stop what I did, but I can send you to join him. Have a nice life. Get the large ember. There's another shortcut right here. You can fall down here, and that takes you even farther into the depths, but past the bonfire. And I really want that bonfire because it makes this whole area just so much more convenient to go through. Where did the dog go? There it is. Oh, you will sit still. Ah, no. Oh, there was a zombie. But what Kath was saying about the fourth soul, that was the Vertiv pygmy in the opening cutscene for the game. He finds the dark soul, and the way... I helped you. Now go back to Firelink. The way it's described by him is that he patiently waited for the fire to fade, because any fire, like even in real life, you light a fire, eventually it's going to go out, and that was the whole point, was the souls that were found by GWYN and the others in the flame when it was first lit, was all of that was going to fade, and then the dark soul, which was what was left over after they had all claimed their part, was dark. So he was waiting for his opportunity to become king, because it makes a cycle. Fire starts, then it fades, but it leaves behind embers, and those embers can spark their own fire. So even after the dark comes, the fire, rekindles itself. In a way, I mean, it doesn't really happen. There has to be something for it to kindle off of. But normally that's ashes. That's why it takes so long for fire to go out. Here's the short. You actually, unless you have the master key, I don't think you can even unlock this bonfire. But we got it. And actually, I'm gonna go get the ring, which should be in or no. Undead Parish should take me close enough. Should be right in the entrance to Sin's Fortress, if I'm thinking of the right place. If I'm not, then where's the other place? If I'm not, then it's at that place where the boulders are being launched in this area. I'm just gonna run by these dudes for not wasting my time. It's either that right there, which requires me to fall and not die, and all those big dudes are down there. Let's see if I can do it. Alright. Go. Go. I'm always iffy about that fall. I never know if I've upgraded my health enough by the point that I get here to actually survive it. Okay, so it was not here. But while I'm here, I can unlock that. That's an illusionary wall. This takes you up to, basically, you'll fight a giant up there. And I am not in the mood to be fighting. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know exactly where it's at, and I'm gonna be mad if I get there and I'm thinking of the silver serpent ring, because there's a gold serpent ring which increases your drop rate for items, and then there's a silver serpent ring which increases the amount of souls that an enemy drops when it's killed. You can hear the machine just started up. And as long as it's not... Oh no. If I can get this to hurry up and get up here, this is good. So I'm gonna want to point this. Not that way. Actually, I think it's pointed in the right way. Actually, while it's pointed that way, oh shit. Okay, so it's not that one. So yeah, it's pointed in that direction. I'm going to just follow. So this little hole right here will fill up, and oh, they give you a little waiting area. I think that's a mimic. While I'm waiting, if this is a mimic, I'll just fight it. Yes, it is. It is breathing. Got a lightning spear. Probably won't ever use it. That's cool. Alright, so there's that. And then after this, it'll... the boulder will knock out that wall. Yep, gold serpent ring. Actually, I wonder where that goes out to. Yep, that's a drop-off, so nope. I'm not gonna risk getting stuck in there and the boulder carrying me straight off the ledge. So, let's see. I should be able to make some upgrades, I think. Yeah, I've got enough souls. Consume all these. And I really, honestly, I don't like doing the farming off screen, but some of the things in this game require so much that I would have to dedicate an entire episode just to farming, and it wouldn't make any progression. And I don't know if people would want to see just like up to an hour of me just killing rats and having nothing to talk about just to farm humanity. Like, I can actually show you how low the drop rate is, because even with this... Okay, boost item discovery. So right now my item discovery is at 410. I'll consume one of these. That's 13. And that puts my... Yeah, item discovery doesn't go over 410. So down in... It's right down here is where I'll be farming the humanity. So there are about 5 rats right here. So you kill all of them. Alright, not a single one of them dropped anything. And then there's 5 more. Well, there's one in that box right there. We've already got 5. There's 6. There's 7. dropped 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So out of 10 rats, with max item discovery, 1 humanity dropped. Those are not good odds. So yeah, and there are times even with max item discovery you can run through there and kill all 10 and not even 1 will drop. But then there's times when you could run down there and like 5 of them will drop. So it's just, the drop rate's not very high, and it would require an extensive amount of time to farm those. So, I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. Got rid of the 4 kings, got about halfway down to here. The next boss that I'm going to fight, I think this is the last optional boss that I have to take out, and it's the giant dragon that sits at the bottom of this place. I should be able to get Solaire for this fight. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you liked it. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that's turned on, because since I'm not a very big YouTuber with my whole 28 subscribers, I don't know how YouTube reacts to the people that are subscribed, if it sends a notification or not. Even turning on the bell, it may not send a notification, but it's worth a shot. And that'll be all for this video.